Right, I think we're live. Yes. Right, let's go. Oh, to Sunshine Island. Well, what a fantastic result for Blythe. Oh my god. I am so pleased. I was so scared that Reform would get in. You know, the ex-Tories. But no, Clyde won, and by lots. So I like that. Not just slipped in. So a real chance now for a change in politics for Wales. Obviously, I've just been to a Yes Cymru march up in Rhyl. Because I strongly believe, basically, small is beautiful, and in politics, if a little, like, I think, like, you have your little villages. I think they should have more say in what's going on. Your councillors, there should be more power to the little guys, yeah, because they know what their village knows, what their village wants. A bloke in Westminster who's gone to university, old, hasn't a clue, you know, what the common man needs. Sorry, I'm just collecting gold on my tablet. I can't multitask. Multitasking is bad for you. Did you know that? Yeah. So I'm just putting some more gold down. I won't need all this gold. Yes. So, and the Pride guy, he was a mine. His family came from miners. And they all remember what Thatcher did to the miners during the 80s, how they decimated the mining industry. And they're like, well, um, we don't want these poor miners going down into these pits, and well, I'd rather my son goes down a mine and mines coal than sitting on the dole um, doing nothing. It's better for his health to be down a coal mine than to be sitting on his arse drawing dole, and all what that entails. Your feeling of self-worth. You're looking for something to fill that void, whether it be alcohol, drugs, cigarettes, um, you know, filling that dopamine. Yeah. Yeah. And we need coal. I mean, I've stopped working now, but I worked at Spooner's Cafe in Porthmadog. My contract's ended now. Um, and they're trying to get coal for the trains. And they're having to go abroad. Oh, oh, it's, oh, yeah. It's amazing, isn't it? I can't. And it's like, why are we shipping lamb from New Zealand to Wales? We've got our own lamb, we've got our own meat. And how is that green? You know, how is that good for the environment, shipping lamb all the way from New Zealand to fill our supermarket shelves with cheap meat when we have the best lamb here because they're fed off the lush green fields of Wales. You know, the difference in taste. I mean, we're so lucky because we can contact a local farmer who uses a local abattoir that can deliver us to our door lamb, which we've watched in the fields growing. You know. So yeah. I'm definitely gonna go off on a tangent on this, aren't I? Yeah. Well, I've always been fascinated in politics, loved it. I was fortunate enough when I stayed on at sixth form college to take um, government and politics as a subject, so it instilled an interest um, in politics and worldwide. Worldwide, I always, I remember when we were in Madeira with my mum, and we took a taxi ride up to the Valley of the Nuns. Oh, check out my video. There's a video, a short on the Valley of the Nuns in Madeira. And I was talking to him about the politics, and it's just fascinating. He was saying how it's very expensive for the ships to dock in Madeira, but in a way that's quite good because you're not getting loads and loads of ships docking in Madeira. Obviously, that was his business, was taking people off the ships and driving them round the country. So it's just fascinating. I always love to talk politics in any country that I visit, and see what the man on the ground feels. I mean, it's become such a dirty industry, isn't it, politics? Yeah. I mean, I was fortunate again with my mum because we used to travel quite extensively on ships, and I was travelling to Israel on a kibbutz, and Trump had only just got in. He was on serving his first term, and fascinating, really educated Americans and their different viewpoints. Some obviously loving Trump, some hating Trump, and it was just interesting how they saw it. I think Trump was a protest vote. People were fed up with establishment. You know, the professional politician, and he wasn't a professional politician, was he? He was a businessman, and I think that's what attracted people to it. And Brexit, that was a vote against establishment, a vote against vote against established politics of what we had now. People wanted change. They didn't like seeing what the politicians were doing. Yeah. Oh. So anyway, Plaid won by lots, thank God. I listened to both the Plaid and the Labour guys chatting. I want to find a YouTube video of what the other candidates also said. I haven't yet found that. But yeah, very nice human beings, you know. Um, Unlike, yeah, reforms scare me. They really do. Uh, we've got a bloke living opposite us. Very interesting man. And I think he stood, rumour has it, um, for our local reform in Barmouth. So I really would like to have a conversation with him, because I mean, that man has a heart of gold. He was taking ambulances over to Ukraine and that to help. So he's coming from a place of um, good, and even my father, who's been a Tory all his life, um, he was like what Nigel Farage was saying in the last elections, that was making sense, and he could, yeah. Oh, who's helped me? Oh, thank you, Caleb. Oh, cool. I desperately need hammers. Always need hammers and spades. Yes. So it was quite interesting last night. Um, this got completed. I thought there's no way this is going to get completed, because I went to bed. Um, we done making a bun is fun. So someone had put up cotton collection. It's like, oh, I haven't even done. I haven't even, because so the cotton collection needs this. Where is it? This guy, and it takes hours to do that. So normally I would have that ready before I put that up. Cotton collection. It's like, I could do feathers now because they're ready. And this morning I put iron up because obviously I like mining. Both my things are Nicky 9 mine. That's my favourite project, is mining. Um, I've gone off on a tangent then. My brain's thinking, oh, you're talking about coal mining and now you're mining in here. um, and also I've got blue feathers. But yes, what I was going to say was, I put up mining on my tablet before looking at it, and I'd only put gold in. But luckily, I have some purple iron, so I'll be able to finish that off. Oh yeah, I put this up, and I was like, oh, I haven't got iron in my, because normally, because iron takes 6 hours, it's the same with iron, feathers and carrots. It's something that you can put on in the morning when you get up, because they're ready. That should finish off the copper. Oh, no, the copper's finished. Oh, someone else finished off the copper then. Ploys. Good old ploys. So that's the Scandinavian flag, isn't it? Is it like Norway or Finland or Sweden? So anyway, yeah. So Ultra M finished. Where Ultra M did it. And I don't think Ultra M's been with us very long. I've had lots of new people. Yeah, so iron, I don't generally put on in the morning. Feathers I'm going to do next, but actually I've selected carrots next. Carrots take 6 hours. It will mean whacking out the wheat, because that's a lot of wheat that you have to prepare. So that's something you need to be on the computer, because it's every minute the wheat, so you have to be quite. Yes, no housework will be done while I'm doing the carrot and wheat. So yes. Yeah, let me show you. So I like international farmers. I like it to incorporate the world. Sometimes I keep people on just because I like that flag, even though they've gone black. You go black after so many days of inactivity. I've been quite. Normally, I'd leave them up for a week or so, maybe a couple of weeks, to see if they come back. Generally, they don't, but yeah. So these are all new guys, 'cause they're members. There. Oh, let's make Ultra M an officer. Confirm selection. Okay. We'll make Gandalf an officer as well, because the Germans are excellent at this game. Wow, yes, very good players. We've had Germans on our team before. I find a lot of people will get up to like 23, 24, and then will just quit the game. So well, we haven't got any blacks at the moment. No, we haven't. Nice. So I think who's been with us the longest? Bella's mum, definitely. Haleb's been with us quite a while. I would say Bella's mum probably been with us the longest. Let's go and give her a helping hand. I've tried helping her. She really struggles with the cruise. And I've sent her messages and tried to help her. But obviously, she's Bella's mum, so she's like, I have other things in my life. So she's obviously, let's have 5 of these. 1. Yeah. Good player, the Germans. I will show you in a minute. We are up against some very stiff competition. Very stiff. I've lost count. Right, so that they are. See, that gives us 35 hearts. And it's a step towards daily business. So I was sharing on Facebook how gaming is really good for you, because you're having to concentrate, you're focused. I mean, with me, it's helping with my maths, which I'm rubbish at. Trying to work out, how many iron I need, how many feathers I need. Being the leader and the co-leader, yes, you You want to put up things that you know that you can do, but the help of others is really good as well. Yeah. So I watch most of my viewing. It comes from YouTube. Um, like in Westminster, you know, when they have question time, I like to watch that live. I don't need it edited by the BBC, putting their agenda. It was like Jeremy Corbyn. He was a good politician, proper Labour. None of this Tony Blair, um, Keir Starmer Labour, which are more right, aren't they? Um, yeah, the fact that he said, I would not press the nuclear button to nuke the world. Yeah, I want more politicians like that who are not prepared to press the button. Yeah. Because, of course, the only ones that have pressed the button is the Americans. Isn't it? You know, they think they're the police of the world. Yeah, you don't need to police the world. Yeah. And they'll be like, oh, look at the millions of lives we saved by ending World War Two. Tell that to Nagasaki and Hiroshima residents who are probably still living with the nuclear. And what a peaceful nation they are now, eh? Oh, yeah. What did Jesus say? Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall inherit the earth. I'm only know the words from Life of Brian. Blessed are the peacemakers. Yeah. So yeah. I don't know if I've been watching the films again. You know, George Orwell wrote the book. I read the book before seeing the film, 1984, and that's like, you know, we have to hate someone. We have to. It's either Oceana or what was it? Oceana or yeah. You have to. Sorry, I'm collecting the gold now. And it's like it's real, isn't it? We either have to hate the Russians, hate the Muslims, hate the blacks, hate. You have to hate. Oh, we're done. Okay, let's do the iron. Does that finish it? Oh, I could do it over here, can I? How long till you finish? No, 2 minutes. I'll do it here. Oh. Oh, that's a waste. Never mind, never mind. I don't need to wait for that one. I might as well do this one. There you are. I don't mind doing that because it was my fault that we didn't have enough iron. Let's bung some gold down because I've only got 905 there. Yeah, so I've been watching the film again with, is it John Hurt? Oh my god, what an actor, eh? I don't need all these to be carrots. Now we're gonna whack out the wheat. So, and that's the problem with reform. They want us to hate, you know, the people coming over from boats. Really? Really, you want us to hate those human beings, do you? The people that are escaping wars that we probably are dropping bombs on, and and wanting a better life for their children. You know, yeah, it's just, and that's who you want us to hate. You know. Right, sorry, I'm not multitasking. I'm putting wheat down, and the carrot should be finished now by loads. Yeah, I don't need to fill all my fields with carrots. I must try and remember that. Well, sometimes I do remember that. I thought, oh, just do this row. So yeah, so when I left school, I was a Tory, coming from a very conservative area, Sunningdale, very wealthy area. I could never live in my own um, town because of village. I could never afford it. The houses are millions of pounds, so I could never return to the southeast. I couldn't even return to Kent, where I was born, in Canterbury. The house prices are just, yeah, extortionate. Kids are having to live with their parents until they're in their 30s at least. Because, oh, rain is coming. I don't know, do you hear that? It goes doo-doo-doo. Rain is coming. Yes, I know. I think it's already here, judging by the path. Right, let's put some more wheat down. We'll get this wheat done and dusted. Oh, what was I saying? I've forgotten now. Oh, so yes, so I started as a Tory. I have educated myself since. That was during the Thatcher years, who, you know, was an amazing politician. I mean, okay, the miners will hate her. I agreed with some of her policies. I think it's important that people own their own house. But what they should have done when they sold the council houses to the people at a very reduced cost, they should have rebuilt council houses for people who don't have that luxury. And I've been talking to. I was a carer once, so I was talking to an older lady, and she was saying how uh, people who lived in council houses were almost demonised and made to feel, oh, you're the scum of the earth by, being rented. But actually, to rent now, it's cheaper to have a mortgage than to actually rent. So yeah. But obviously, if you rent, if there's anything wrong with your property, they will sort it. Whereas, as a homeowner, you have to sort it yourself. But then, that makes you able to do DIY, able to do painting, able to do, the stuff yourself, carpet, laying, tiling. I can do all that. I can smash out fireplaces with a, what's it, is it a jackhammer? And all the neighbours would be like, "Oh my God, it's gonna fall down! What is she doing?" It's like, no, I'd seen next door. I knew there was a lintel going across, and I was quite happy to reveal the fireplace. So I started off as a Tory. There, I said I'd go off on a tangent. Very much during, obviously, didn't know anything about miners or anything. Um, didn't realise. I mean, I remember seeing the horses charging into the crowds. And obviously, I watched that film Billy Elliot. That was a real eye opener of what was happening. Yes, watch the film Billy Elliot if you've not watched it. Very good film. Very, yeah, brilliant film. Or go to the theatre and see it. Everyone should go to the theatre. I didn't go. The first time I went to the theatre was when my husband was in the RAF, and we have what's called like a wives' club, where you all get together and the wives. You know, and so anyway, we went to a theatre in Bristol, and we were up in the gods, and it's wow. Yeah, if you've never been to the theatre, get the cheap tickets up in the gods, and go and watch something, anything. Yeah. I can recommend The Lion King. No, is it? Yeah, yeah, The Lion King. It is The Lion King. But just go and go to your local theatre. Watch a pantomime the local kids have put on. Yeah. So after being a Tory, I became, I would say, a Labour. Definitely Labour. I love Tony Blair for one reason and one reason only. He put in the minimum wage. If he hadn't put in the minimum wage, I'd still be on £2.50 an hour as a carer. I mean, I mean, people diss the minimum wage now, but oh my God, it's loads, isn't it? £11.50 or something. That's loads of money. Our expectations are so high. You know, they say, oh, kids are in poverty. Oh, really, really. Go to Africa. They're kids in poverty. Yeah, and maybe they're in poverty because their parents have made a wrong decision. Um, that's not poverty. Poverty is with an extended stomach, and you are dying because you haven't eaten. Yeah, malnutrition. I mean, we have malnutrition because people are eating crap food. And why aren't they teaching this stuff in schools? Why is there not how to manage your money being taught in schools? How to cook proper food taught in schools? You know? We don't, they don't even teach history. They teach their version of history, of what they want you to know. So yeah, so I was Labour, and I like Jeremy Corbyn. I think he was a brilliant Labour. The media didn't. The media hated Jeremy Corbyn. I know my daughter and her partner. Um, sorry, I'm multitasking again. I'm collecting the wheat from my tablet. Um, they actually went to a Jeremy Corbyn where he stands and actually does the speech. And what is reported by the media of what he says and what he actually says are two totally different things. Uh, and then we've had 13 years of austerity, haven't we? And people are so quick to decide, oh, this new Labour, they're rubbish, they're rubbish. You've got to give them a chance, for God's sake. You know, they've got to undo 13 years of austerity. You can't just magically go to the money tree and solve everything. And not everything is solved by money, is there? So, you know, I know Keir Starmer, oh my God, he's a Sir Keir Starmer. That's not a Labour. Yes, how can you have a Sir as a yeah? But anyway, collecting wheat again. Yeah, you're not a proper Labour guy, are you? But yeah, reform. They're saying the right things. They're saying what you want them, what you want to hear, what you're saying at home. You're like, oh, you know. I mean, what you've got to think of, we're all human beings. Yeah, doesn't matter what colour, creed, religion, we're all human beings. And we're just trying to make our way in this world, yeah? And, you know, we just live on planet Earth with its abundance of resources. Abundance of resources. And it's only, you know, the greedy man who wants all of it for himself. But then, the greedy man is just a human being trying to make his way. We just try and sort out. So, so I was Labour. Um, I like I like Labour. Um, but now I've lived in I've lived in Wales longer than I've lived in England, and I blame the Welshmen for that because my all my significant relationships have been with Welshmen. Both my husbands were Welsh, and my first boyfriend was Welsh. So, and then my school holiday was to Wales, to Tyrabod in down south Wales. So yes, I've always had a connection with Wales. I had a 100-year-old family member, and she was from Wales. My dad was invited to her funeral. He didn't go. I'd have liked to have gone, but never mind. So now I am Plaid, the true party of Wales. None of this conservative, Welsh conservative. You're not really Welsh conservative, are you? You're just conservative and just bung Welsh in front of it. And I'd always be like, why are the poor voting Conservative? I don't get that, you know. Conservative for the rich, Labour for the poor, Green for the environmentalist. Obviously, only Brighton care about environment. Maybe that the Green Party members a particularly good politician, and that's maybe why Green got in there. Yes. So I've actually Liz Savile Roberts is our local Plaid MP. I get MPs and AMs muddled up. So she's our local, and I canvassed Gethilidan. Sorry for the pronunciation of people from Gethilidan. It was great. I really enjoyed it. Obviously, my husband is not obviously, but he is a nationalist. Yes, nationalist. So obviously he's influenced and educated me on Welsh history. Very, very knowledgeable man on Welsh history. He was taken out of Wales as a child. It's funny because his sister was born in England. So I think she probably wound them up by saying, "I'm English." So yeah, so this is why I support Yes Cymru. I've been so fortunate to have lived in other countries and travelled extensively. Yeah, I've had a very good life. That's why I look so young, because I've had a good life. Now, a good life doesn't necessarily mean an easy life. I was in Denbigh Hospital, so the locals will know what that means. But yes, I've had a good life, and I'm very fortunate. So my knowledge of other countries, politics, governments is extensive. Well, you know, I lived in Israel on a kibbutz, so so obviously, you know, when the Hamas, the terrorist organisation, went and murdered babies and children and took those hostages, it really meant something to me, you know. And then, oh my God, when Trump released, through Trump, those hostages were released. Yeah. I mean, why didn't... So who won the Nobel Peace Prize? Someone in South America, I think. Because why didn't Trump do it? Because, you know, blessed are the peacemakers. And yeah, I've watched the videos with tears in my eyes of those Israelis being released. Yeah. Yeah, the Jews have been persecuted for a long time. And, you know, I've lived there. I've seen what the Jews do to the land. How they turn deserts into fields of growth, of, you know. Fields of, you know, I mean, on our kibbutz we had grapefruits. We were useless as volunteers picking grapefruits. But yeah, they had fields of, you know, of crops. So we used to weed them at 4 o'clock in the morning. You think, oh my God, but it's the best time to do weeding. Because it's cool and the sun is shining, but not too hot. Oh yeah. So I now support Applied. So yeah. Because I believe they're the true party of Wales. And I believe in independence. You know, Ghana gained independence. Oh, biggly bong, biggly bong. I don't know if you hear that. Someone's asking me to cover their shift tomorrow. No. I'm on a train. So, because I work for Spooners, who are affiliated with Blaenau Vestilinog Railway. I know I don't pronounce that right. It's not Nog, but whatever. The locals just call it Blaenau, so I should just pretend to be a local, call it Blaenau, and not be criticised for my pronunciation. Although most people, you know, when they see that you're trying to learn the language in any country, it just shows a bit of respect. Oh, someone's already offering What shift is it? Right, so I think I'm going to finish there. Um, so yes, what interesting. May you live in interesting times. That's actually a curse, an Asian curse. May you live in interesting times. And boy, do we live in interesting times. Yes. So anyway, we'll end on the fact that I am so happy that Clyde won by a landslide in Caerphilly. Uh, brilliant, brilliant. Um, so glad that Reform lost by a lot. Uh, People are not perhaps so uneducated. Oh, right, someone's saying they can't do it. Oh, yes. Oh, what have we got next? So we want feathers next, don't we? Yes. Then I'll be able to do some housework. Although I don't think there's much housework that needs doing, to be honest. Bit of hoovering maybe would be a good idea. Yes, maybe a bit of hoovering. Maybe use my. Oh, I should take that with me down south. Yes. Oh, let's write that down. Vax Hoover. Vax Hoover. There we go. Oh, and I'll tell Dad that. I like to wait until after 10 o'clock to phone him now. Oh, crazy cat ladies in South England. Oh, yes. So I'm going to end it there. Hooray, Clyde. Oh dear. Yeah. Brilliant result. And yes, thank you for people that have probably popped in to see what is she on about. Hi. Okay. Oh, leave it to there. Look. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I did feathers so that I can do housework. Because all you gamers out there, it's good for you. Really good. Very healthy to be a gamer. Yeah, so don't believe your parents. They're talking rubbish. Gaming is good for you. And the fact that Reform has lost in Caerphilly is also very good for the planet. Right, okay then, I'll end it there. Let's go to OBS. And I think the volume would have got. No, the volume's still playing. Okay. And I will stop streaming there. Okay, thank you.